known for a tank that is very good in terms of crowd control, regardless if it doesn't go well or not. There is an escape for him to do wonders things if you have the Kufra. But then again, it's gonna be the Selena pick. This has been a glorious pick for the totality of Razer's Invitational, because the Abyssal Arrow itself, or even the Abyssal Trap, is one good information already, or even an edge for a team if you have that kind of hero. So for this both teams, I'm just thinking that it's gonna be a battle of the strategy on how to counter the other from the other.
It's so you understand your opponent's strategy, you counter it with your own strategy, and then it all goes back and forth. That happens in the draft and even in the game, and this is just a beautiful thing to watch. Yeah, that you are correct, Chantel. That's what we normally see now in the Southeast Asia Invitational for Mobile Legends, because of the fact that these are the best in their country. So it's the best in the Philippines, best in Myanmar, best in Vietnam. I can expect nothing less from all the teams that are in here indeed. All right, so now let's kind of talk about the draft now, Chantel. You can see now that Esmeralda is priority for Philippines to go with Atlas and Sam's very, very solid lane and team fight. But for Southeast Asia, for Myanmar, they went for the carry, Hayabusa, the natural answer to the carry, right? If you look back in 2018, this was picked just to counter the carry so much. So, do you like it in this setting? Yeah.
Although there is this thing in me that I'm guessing that Hayabusa is not a good pick here for Philippines, because yesterday there was this team that actually went for the Hayabusa on the crucial game, that is on the third game. So I guess for Philippines, this is very a gamble pick for them. They need this Hayabusa to spike up in the early game, because if it goes into the late game, totally it's gonna be neglected here with the carry, knowing that carry is really meant for the late game. I'm just thinking that for Philippines, it will be crucial every second, maybe up until the 2-minute game mark. If this Hayabusa goes down, that is already a disadvantageous situation, a complex situation for them, because there will be a gap with this Hayabusa and the carry in terms of gold.
Yeah, that's right. Because the thing with carry is that carry is almost evergreen to think about. It's okay in the early game. It's good in the mid game. It's best in the late game. It's not like Hayabusa, which if used incorrectly can be easily be shut down, right? But this is Carl TZ, and we know that from Set of Philippines,
he can do wonders.
He can do wonders with it. So we are hoping to see wonders from both teams, particularly from this Hayabusa. But when it comes to standard play, Myanmar, we know that they are reliable.
Yeah, actually, speaking of reliable, actually for Myanmar, that is their advantage against Philippines here. For Philippines, they're kind of experimental in terms of the gameplay. They can do a split push. They can do a total neglect in terms of the rotation of the mid lane. But for Team Myanmar, they're just there. They just know when and where they should do the team fight, and then turning things around. So far for Philippines, we have Lusty here on the Atlas. We know that Lusty is one of those good tankers for the majority of this C Invitational, so that is going to be the edge for them. I'm just thinking that for Myanmar, they should be more aggressive, because I guess that is the downside, or maybe the kryptonite of Philippines in terms of rotation.
Revo, not the best cycle now, but they are on to Yellow Flash. This time they jump in forward. Phantom Steps get away. He's trying to ring around the Rosie, and in fact, Yellow Flash will survive the side steps from Yellow Flash. A true flash at this moment. Wings by Few. Another side step. Oh, he is finally taken out, but Few will have to sacrifice himself. And Philippines have been bled dry in that skirmish. However, Flap TZ making it good for Philippines by trading off and taking that orange buff.
Yeah, that was a good answer there for Philippines. Though we have the 3 players down already, or 3 kills for Myanmar onto this game. So we talked about the aggressiveness that Myanmar has to do against Philippines. That's good for them, because Philippines right now, they're down with a little gold against Philippines. So for Philippines, they need to be safe. We know Carl TZ, he's a kind of player that is actually alive for the duration of the whole game. So if Carl TZ isn't down, or if Carl TZ isn't brought down by Myanmar, it's kind of scary for Myanmar.
Oh wow, the thunder! If I don't know if you're hearing that, but it's actually so loud in here. And now it kind of sets up for a little bit of a chaos in around here, the river. Now we can see Myanmar leading by a lot actually when it comes to the kills, but when it comes to EXP, it's a stampede for Philippines. So if you're looking at the kills right now, it's definitely on the side of Myanmar. If you're looking at the gold, it's only a little bit, which kind of tells me that there is something that's Team Philippines are doing correctly when it comes to the EXP right now, because they are leading by so much, by about 700 or even more.
Yeah, and actually for this Hayabusa, that is a good thing for Philippines. You know that Hayabusa, he needs to scale up in terms of the level for him to put down this this carry actually. Although for your team in Mar, we could see on their spells right now, they are in for the 4-man flicker plus a purify. So it will be difficult for Lusty to engage for a team fight. But then again, we have Royal Milk down by the hands of this few of Team Philippines.
Oh, but the stun connects onto few. They do have the damage. And Hiccup with 3-0 and 1. He's gonna be the bane of Team Philippines at this point. There's a running meme in the Philippines, Chantal, I know you know this, that Philippines, with the representatives of Philippines being BREN Esports, they have this unique weakness, or their Achilles heel is the Selena pick. And we are seeing that now from Team Myanmar with 3-0-1 record. Sham up top versus Blap TZ. We know that this is not Uranus's game to play. Turtle will be taken by the carry. Royal Milk commits the last insanity just to fend off Team Philippines, but this prompts Philippines to fight back. Good thing, there's a stun coming out from Hiccup, and that's the red sign for Philippines.
Yeah, actually for Philippines, what's good about this team is they're actually removing Cartesi on the picture. So it gets to the point that the Team Myanmar doesn't have the idea that Cartesi is actually preparing for the later game. But then again, for Myanmar, they're just all over the place. So far, they're dictating this game against Philippines. For DK, he is ready for the jump. But then again, there's no player for Team Philippines that he's gonna drive through. We have Lusty on this Atlas, guys. So the damage is there for Yellow Flash. Speaking of Yellow Flash, we could see him doing wonders for Myanmar. So it's gonna be the battle of Cartesi and Yellow Flash, I guess, for this game. But then again, the middle internet is almost low, is actually destroyed by Myanmar onto this game.
All to the middle, you can see the Feather Dare Strike just fending off Myanmar. By the way, this is Few being the utility support. The DK with the 2-man Tyrant's Rage, but there's no follow-up from Team Myanmar. The last insanity far too late. Philippines are already out of there. And in fact, they're turning it around. Royal Milk will have to back down. Lusty, just a little bit far too forward, but not punished by Myanmar, because as good as that ultimate was from DK, there wasn't any follow-up from Myanmar to actually use.
Yeah, you know what, Wolf, for this both teams, you could see the discipline, or they're scared of having a team fight, actually, because that was a potential team fight. We could see two players low on life for Myanmar, but they didn't actually go to engage. Same goes with the Philippines. But then again, for Philippines, knowing that they have the Hayabusa on their lineup, they just went for a third push on the top lane. And speaking of which, we have a level 9 Hayabusa already out of this one. So I guess for Carl TZ, that is a good thing for him, because we know that Carl TZ is just a good player if he doesn't get skilled for this game. But then again, here comes the turtle being taken here by Team Philippines. Lusty is down. We have Repo with that Contract Inferno. A trade. DK is also down for Team Myanmar. But then again, Royal Milk with that Immortality. Repo goes in for the dive. It's gonna be a disengage. We can see Hiccup actually throwing that arrow. Few with that feathered airstrike and a kill actually onto this game. Carl TZ versus Yellow Flash. No ultimates for this both players, and it's gonna be a disengage.
That was amazingly done from Few. And you can honestly say that that's easy to look at. But when you're playing the Farsa, you have to be mindful of your position. Yellow Flash now gonna be slain by Carl TZ, and they get a bonus kill, including the X-Borg, the Team Myanmar. they second guessed recalling back to base. And because of that, Carl TZ was able to punish. Jumping from DK, going on to Lusty. Hiccup with the follow-up arrow. In comes Sham. A little bit of fatal links in there from Lusty. Lusty gets away.
It's still alive. He gets away. Yeah, he gets away against those three players of Myanmar. And speaking of that, for Carl TZ, that is going to be a 1-0-3 with that bounty hunter spell. I guess for Myanmar, they need to stop Carl TZ right away, or else Carry is going to be mispositioned, or he will be on a complex situation. But then again, we have DK down. The initiator of Myanmar is down onto this game. Team Philippines is on the map control because of their turret push. Actually, we have Cartesi again getting hiccup, or we have Cartesi on a roll. He's just having the game of his life. This kid showing us how good he is as a Mobile Legends player for Team Philippines. Royal Milk low on life here on the bottom lane. He goes for the flicker out. Then again, Rebo secures the kill for Philippines.
Flap TZ just keeping tabs of the orange buff. Moment, and Team Philippines are just you said it, they're controlling the map now, and Myanmar, they're not finding real estate. The Thunder, it's just celebrating how Philippines is dominating right now with 4,000 in the back. They want to go for Flap TZ, not the easiest target, while bottom lane Rebo was already able to push the second turret in the bottom lane. Now the turtle that's gonna go the side of Philippines. That's their second turtle out of the three, which puts them ahead by so much at this point. Uranus is a non-factor. In fact, Cartesi will poke. Lusty is prepared for this as well as Rebo. And if Sham overstays, he's gonna be taken out.
Yeah, for Philippines, we can see actually BOE or Blade of Despair here for Carl TZ. That is one good item, actually. But then again, DK comes in for the dive. Here comes the last insanity. Not enough damage from Team Myanmar. Turret is down, but here comes the Falling Stormer, guys. The double mage first here of Team Philippines, just giving us the potential of their team to actually get majority of the players. Here comes the Shadow Kill, double kill actually for Carl TZ onto the Hayabusa. This Team Philippines, they're just aggressive. They're just moving forward. The progress is just there. Take it on second turret, and then this time around, it's going to be the inhibitor turret against Myanmar.
It's so easy for Philippines to do that because there's not much for Myanmar to do. They don't have the best wave clear at this point. They don't have something like a Farsa that Team Philippines has to clear out the minion wave. Like what they're doing right now. Look at this, from long distance view, making it hard for Myanmar to even position themselves around that area. Flap TZ gonna be caught by DK, but it's not gonna be.
Okay, so for this one though, it's gonna be 13-6 on the score. 10 minutes into our game time, we have Team Philippines on the edge in terms of every aspect into our game, so that is a good factor for them. But then again, for Myanmar, they have the carry, which is known to be a good hero in terms of the late game. And for Royal Milk, that is the immortality plus the bloodless axe. So I guess for Philippines, all they need to do is to seal the deal. We have instances actually for Philippines to actually kind of lack in terms of closing the game, so that is a problem for them. But for this kind of performance, Team Philippines is just here to win the game. Again, for Myanmar, they need to activate this carry for them to win for them to actually turn the tables around. But for Philippines, they're starting with this Lord objective. This is the level 1 Lord, guys. It is a good of an edge for Philippines to take this one because they just need a certain hero, because they don't have the long range, or actually a kind of hero that goes in to go for a tower lock, because the majority of them for the physical or the meaties, they're just on it's kind of difficult for them because Myanmar has this Kufra for the lineup. But then again, Philippines securing this level 1 Lord. Onto this game, we have DK getting ready for the counter initiation, but it's kind of difficult for Myanmar to counter out this Team Philippines strategy. They're just over the place. You have the level 1 Lord on the top lane. Middle lane turret is down. Feathered airstrike by few. Although for Yellow Flash, what's good about this hero is that he has the wind of nature. If he goes on par, or if he goes for a team fight against this Hayabusa, he could be able to negate that. But for how long, that is going to be the question. So far, Yellow Flash kills Kartizi actually. That was against 3 players of Team Myanmar. Although for the Lord, he's just marching on the side of Team Myanmar. We have Cham on his Tornadoes just taking the damage of Philippines though. This Myanmar just moving forward. Laptizi on the side aids. We have Lusty on his Atlas getting ready for this crowd control. Although DK is just there zoning out Hebo minus the damage for Team Philippines. It's gonna be 2 players down for Team Philippines against Myanmar. Myanmar on top for the team fight. But then again, we have the inhibitor turret down for Team Myanmar. For Philippines, that is a good edge for them. Speaking of which, we have a 9k gold lead here for Team Philippines. You have few doing that feathered airstrike just to zone out the players. We have this Athena shield actually for the Atlas. Top power for the game is the 9k gold on this Hayabusa. But then again, we've talked about Myanmar on the early part of the game. They're just meant for the team fight. So the longer this game lasts, the more that this carry has the potential to turn the tables around.
Hello, Chantel. I'm back.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, welcome back.
I was able to still watch because I was inside the lobby. I was able to still, even if my voice was disconnected, I think I was able to see the defense from Myanmar. However, it's not looking that well. But I do agree with you. Carry can still turn things around. But if Kartizi just keeps on doing what he's doing right now, which is not being caught by his opponents, it's going to be harder and harder for Myanmar to deal with him. It's already hard at this point. Like 4-1-4 for Kartizi. That just means that he's so good at evading Team Myanmar. Even with all the setup that they have, they DK oversteps and then comes up down. Cham in trouble. Gets away. The turret into the bottom lane is solo, and Philippines will just transfer into the middle where the minions are. And Myanmar, they are getting bombarded from long distance. Royal Milk, in comes a better there strike. Rebo, as well as that easy, takes them down. And now it's trouble for Myanmar. Chantel, how can they defend this?
I guess for Myanmar, they just need to counter out the initiation. But then again, speaking of initiation, we have Lusty taking down the Selena of Team Myanmar. Zam, low on life, guys. Yellow Flash is down, and it's going to be a total wipeout for Philippines. And actually winning that game